Hello and welcome to L Educates. The issue of rape and sexual assault on campuses has always been a trending issue. Getting raped on a date by a friend and others remain a recurring silent story of many college students. It is therefore important that everybody, especially students and parents, know and be aware of the different ways to avoid getting raped or sexually assaulted in schools. The use of drugs is one of the ways rapists, who disguise as classmates, friends, family members, and other acquaintances, employ to assist them in their nefarious activities during events, night parties, night clubbing, and sometimes innocent visits to a friend and others. These drugs are quite powerful and dangerous. They are known as date rape drugs. They can be slipped in your drink when you are not even looking. And because the drugs often have no color, no smell, no taste, it is hard for you to tell if you have been drugged or not until you have been sexually assaulted, raped, and sometimes killed for other purposes. This video, therefore, is going to shed light on the different types of drugs used in date rapes, their street names, signs that you may have been sexually assaulted, and what to do when it happens. Today, we are going to be looking at date rape drugs, what every college student should know. What are the drugs that are referred to as date rape drugs? They are drugs that are used on women to rob them of the power to say no to sexual demands. The drugs are powerful and they are equally dangerous. They are usually dropped into your drinks when you are not looking. They will make you confused, they will make you weak, they will make you unable to defend yourself. The drugs will make you defenseless and unable to refuse sex. And worst of all, the three drugs that we're going to be talking about can induce amnesia. That is, you may not remember what happened to you after the assault. The first drug that we're going to be looking at is Rohypnol. Rohypnol. It is sold as Hypnox, and it may also have some other brand names. But on the streets, it has so many nicknames. Forget pills, LA Roaches, lunch money, Mexican Valium, mind erasers, rib, roofies, rofies, etc., etc. These are languages that are used by guys to mask or to cover up the discussion about rape drugs. Even in your presence, they'll be talking about how to use this drug on you, and you will not have an idea of what they are talking about because they are using all these nicknames. Right. What's the effect of Rohypnol? Rohypnol, the drug usually start working within 30 minutes, of being taken. It may have been, slipped into your drink, and it works whether it is water or soft drink or alcoholic beverages or wines, you will not see it, right? And it is 10 times stronger than other tranquilizers. Tranquilizers are drugs that should relax you and sometimes make you sleep, right? Like Valium, for instance. But this one are even much stronger. On the surface, it looks like aspirin, right? It may be that, oh, you complain of, having a slight headache or body pains, and one guy offers, oh, okay, I have aspirin. It will take your pain away. And if you take Rohypnol, that is the beginning of a long story. It looks as aspirin, but it is not aspirin, right? Usually victims wake up later, not having an idea what has happened. No idea at all. The other effect Rohypnol may have is that it could cause muscle relaxation and loss of muscle control. Even while the rape is taking place, you want to fight back, but you do not have the power to fight back because you are under the influence of Rohypnol. You have this feeling of being drunk. You have problems talking. You may be nauseous, feeling like you want to vomit. You may actually lose consciousness while this drug is working in the system. You may wake up feeling confused, feeling dizzy, your blood pressure may crash, you may be having stomach problems. And if the amount of this drug that you have consumed is so large, it may actually result into death. Ketamine. Ketamine is another drug that is used to facilitate crimes, to facilitate, rape and murder. All right. In the medical world, ketamine is used as we call it a dissociative anesthesia. It does not really make you completely unconscious. You are there, but you are not aware of what is happening to you. You don't feel pain, you don't feel anything. It's like having an out of the body experience. All right. So it comes in liquid form. It may come in powder form. All right. On the streets, it also has nicknames like the black hole, the cat volume, green, jet K hole, Kit Kat, special K, super acid. All right. All these names, just to be sure that whoever is with them is not aware of what the discussion or the kind of discussion that is ongoing about the use of this very dangerous drug. What are the effects of ketamine? Ketamine is a fast-acting drug. If one or two drops, get into your drink and you drink it, within a short while it start acting. All right, and under the influence, you are aware of what is going on, but you cannot move. It's like you are watching yourself being raped. You are watching yourself being violated. You are watching yourself being decimated. But you don't just have the mental capacity to do anything about it, right? It is very extremely difficult also to remember what has happened after all this has happened. The other effect of ketamine is that it causes distortion of perception. All right, and this is also one of the reasons why the drugs, ketamine is abused. All right, you may have the experience of hearing colors and seeing sounds. I mean, hearing colors. These are surreal experience. You may have a loss of time, loss of identity. You don't even know who you are. You don't know where you are. You don't know what the time is. You don't know nothing, but you know that you're just alive. You may have this dream-like feeling. You may be floating in the air, all right? Feeling out of control. You may cause vomiting, memory problems, and numbness. You may not even feel pains, which is some of the reasons why these drugs are extremely dangerous, and when it's used to commit all sorts of crime, especially death rape crimes, it becomes difficult for the victim to even take any action after the incidents. Welcome back. The third drug we're going to be talking about is GHB. On the street, it is called Liquid X or bedtime scoop or easy lay. Can you beat that? Easy lay. You take a tablet of this drug, you become an easy lay. And other names G juice, liquid E, liquid ecstasy, Georgia homeboy, salt water, Vita G. All right, it could come in powder form, it could come in psychedelic tablets, colorful, beautiful tablets, like the ones we have here. All right, like the ones we have here. What are the effects of GHB? Gamma hydroxybutyrate is a CNS depressant, and it is a very popular club drug. or date rape drugs. The fact is that quite a number of women or ladies or students may have been drugged and raped, and they may not have even remembered that it has happened to them. They may know that something has happened, but what has happened, they don't know. Where it happened, they don't know. How it happened, they cannot tell. All right? This is a very, very powerful drug that could induce all forms of memory impairments. It is available in white powder, clear liquid, or a variety of tablets, beautiful colored tablets. And it is quite easy to overdose on GHB. The reason being that these drugs are manufactured by street pharmacists. All right? You cannot determine the amount of dose that is loaded in one tablet or in one scoop of powdery form, that may be slipped into your drink. It takes effect within 15 minutes and can last for as long as 3 to 4 hours. The other effect of GHB is that it could cause dizziness, nausea, visual problems. You can pass out. It could cause convulsion, memory loss, breathing problems and difficulties. You could begin to shake, you could vomit, it slows down heart rate. You can start to have dream-like feelings. And depending on the dose that you have consumed, you may lapse into coma and die from the consumption of this drug. How can you then protect yourself from all these drugs? Talking about applies to all kinds of drinks. All drinks. There is no exception. 1. Do not accept drinks from other people, especially at in clubs, at night parties. Do not. Secondly, open your drinks yourself. This is not the time to be forming big girl. You are seated in one place and one nice guy tells you that, oh, okay, don't worry, I'll get you a drink, and you're there forming big girl. Please do not. Always ensure that you keep your drinks with you at all times. If you need to go to the bathroom, go with your drinks. Do not leave your drink unattended. Do not leave your drink unattended. Do not share drinks. Do not share drinks. If someone offers to buy you a drink, go with the person to order the drink and watch the barman pour it. In the business of date rape, you cannot trust even the barman. The barman may be in on it. The barman may be the person to slip the tablet, the drug, in your drink. So don't trust the barman. Ensure that you watch the drink being poured and carry your drink yourself. Like I said earlier, do not start to form bigger and sit in one place while your man, your guy, is doing the running up and down to get you something to drink. All right? Do not drink anything that tastes or smells strange to you, because sometimes GHB, tastes salty. But like I said earlier, many of these drugs are tasteless. They don't have any smell. They don't have any color. All right? And if you realize you have left your drink unattended, the best thing for you is to discard it. Pour it away. Do not drink. Do not take such drink. How can you then tell if you have been drugged and raped? How can you tell? Most victims don't remember being drugged or assaulted, which is one of the major characteristics of these drugs we're talking about. These drugs leave the body very quickly. So even if you suspect foul play, there might not be proof to push your case. So prevention is better and cheaper than whatever measure that you may want to take after being drugged and raped. Now, some signs that you may notice after being drug raped include the following. 1, you may feel drunk even without taking alcohol, and you begin to wonder what has happened to you. You may wake up feeling very hungover, and disoriented in time and place. You don't know the time, you don't know where you are, and you are just confused. You are wondering what has happened. You may remember having a drink, but cannot remember anything after that. You will not be able to recall, that you have been violated. You won't be able to recall that you have been raped. You'll be able to recall who and what has happened. You may find that your clothes are in disarray. Why am I half clad? Why am I naked? Why am I near naked? All right? You feel you have had sex, but you cannot remember it. What then can you do if you suspect that you have been drugged and raped? Number one, you must see the doctor immediately. Do not wash up, do not clean your body, you do not have your bath, do not change your clothes, do not even urinate, do not wash your hand, eat or drink anything before you visit the doctor. This is important so that the doctor will be able to assemble some telltale signs of rape. All right, we have rape kits that the doctor is going to use to collect samples and get everything documented properly. All right, then the other thing is that you may need to report the situation to the police, and you tell the police everything you can remember. That is, if you're up to that, if you're up to doing that. What you should know is that rape is a crime, and that going to a party or even taking alcoholic drink is not a crime. So you have not done anything wrong by going to a party. You haven't done anything wrong by going with your friend to a party or even to a club. It is not a crime. But getting violated is a crime. So you must take steps to ensure that the perpetrator is brought to book. And another thing, there will be need for you to see a counselor, because this thing affects your mental health, and the effect of rape lingers long beyond the period that happened. It may linger for months, it may linger for years, it may affect your future relationship, it may affect your mental health, it may affect your education, it may affect your marriage in future. So you need to see a counselor, you need to talk to a mental health professional so that you can get back yourself again.